Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something really exciting. I've been waiting to get my hands on these for a while now, and they're finally here. The Bowers Wilkins PX8 headphones. If you're serious about audio, you know B&W. They've got a reputation for incredible sound quality and luxurious design, and the PX8s are their latest flagship. So are they worth the hype? That's exactly what we're going to find out in this video. Now, these have been out a while. They've been out since 2002, and they're here to replace my WH-1000XM4s from Sony. We'll be unboxing them, taking a close look at the design and features, and of course putting them through their paces with some serious listening. We'll talk comfort, noise cancellation, and most importantly, how they sound. I'm a big believer in experiencing audio the way it was meant to be heard, and I've got high hopes for these. So if you're curious about the Bowers Wilkins PX8, stick around, hit that like button if you're excited, and let's get started. So let's get into these bad boys. So we've got over-the-ear headphones with ultra-low distortion, carbon fiber driver units for class-leading sound quality, stream all the music you love in high resolution, and fast charging and long life battery up to 30 hours. The PX8s are packing some serious tech inside. First off, we've got custom designed 40mm drivers. Nice dark forest green case to match the colour chosen. We've got a nice card with all the details inside. Quick start guides. Very nice premium book. I like that. Nice card. Let's put these to the side for a second. And then we've got this case. Very nice sturdy case. It's going to keep this from getting scratched and travelling, especially in my bag. And there they are. Bowers and Wilkins PX8s. Oh, straight away. Look at that lovely leather feel. Beautiful. Nice elasticity. Quick weight test here. They don't feel too dissimilar to the XM4s. What have we got in the bag here? Okay, nice little magnetic clip there, which has inside it, we've got a USB-C to audio jack, and we've got a USB-C to USB-C as well. So it's got some accessories there as well. I'm sure they'll come in handy. Let's put this case to the side and have a look at these headphones. We've got the USB-C underneath, power button, a few custom buttons here on the side, another button over here. We'll have to have a look at those, what they do shortly. Inside the cups there, angled, a little bit angled inside. Definitely premium feel to this. Should be for the price. Very nice. And it feels sturdy too. There's a nice bit of slight resistance to that. I like it. First off, we've got custom designed 40mm dynamic drivers. Now, B&W are known for their driver technology, and these are specifically tuned for the PX8s, promising exceptional clarity and detail. They're also angled slightly within the ear cups to create a more natural and immersive soundstage. The ear cups are made from premium materials, including Nappa leather. This not only looks fantastic, but also contributes to comfort and noise isolation. Speaking of noise isolation, these have active noise cancellation, and B&W claims it's their most advanced system yet. We'll be testing that out later, so stay tuned. On the ear cup, you will find intuitive controls for playback, volume, and answering calls. They're responsive and easy to use. Connectivity-wise, we've got Bluetooth 5.2 with aptX Adaptive, which supports high-resolution wireless audio. That's a big plus for anyone who values sound quality. It does have an internal DAC as well, so if you hook this up via USB-C, you'll actually be using the internal DAC as well. So that should give you some extra detail over the Bluetooth. Battery life is rated at around 30 hours on a single charge, which is pretty impressive, and they charge via USB-C too, which is always convenient. A quick charge feature will also give you several hours of playback just after a short amount of time being plugged in. So on paper, the PX8s tick all the right boxes, but specs are just numbers, and the real test is how they perform in real-world listening. And that's exactly what we're going to get into next. Bowers and Wilkins. Okay, so we're going to start this off by installing the Bowers and Wilkins app. I'm going to do this on my tablet. And once that's downloaded, we're going to open the app. Now, I currently don't have a Bowers and Wilkins account, so I'm going to create one. So they're there. So I think we should turn on the headphones at this point. A little noise to say they're coming online. Start looking. And it's found it pretty quick. We're going to select this, confirm, swipe up and release on the power button of the headphones. That's quite intuitive, I like that. So I've swiped up there on the power button, that worked out really cool. And then it just confirms the connection. And then click pair when prompted. So there we go, we're in. We are connected, we are ready to go. So click done. Would you like to turn on notifications? We'll try it out, but I don't always keep them on. Noise cancellation is fine. Let's go to settings. Update. So there is a software update available. What is the current battery life of this device? Does it say here? 42%. So what I'm going to do is, like I recommend with anyone and all technology when it comes to batteries, as I've said many times before, and that is start charging these babies up to maximum before we use them for the first time. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I've got the Sony WH-1000XM4s on right now, and I haven't ever listened to the PX8s. I've had these for about 5 years, so I'm going to refresh now, go through a few tracks, listen to some music on the WH-1000XM4, and then basically compare it and then go and listen to the PX8s for the first time. So give that a go. It's got that nice bass, fantastic noise cancellation. Can barely hear my own voice. Listening to Chasing Status hits right now. Bit of Drake, Hotline Bling. And I'm listening to my own lossless downloaded tracks, FLAC. Now I have got the EQ set to bright as well, so I'm going to change that to completely off. So I've gone through a couple of tracks there on the XM4s. Let's turn those off. And now for the first time ever, I'm going to listen to the PX8 without any adjustments, any EQ settings. They've connected straight away. So first time putting these on my head too. Chills out a little bit. They feel nice and comfortable. Not too heavy. And they look pretty cool too. Actually colour coding here. I'm all in green. Glasses, hoodie. It's working out. Right. No adjustments at all. I've not even gone in to change any of the settings in the Bowers and Wilkins app. So I've not touched anything. Shouldn't have any EQ or nothing like that. So let's go and play through Chasing Status again. Hits. This is also before the update too. Hotline Bling, Drake. Bit of Dua Lipa, Hot Than Hell. Back to the XM4s. It hasn't been as drastic as I thought it would be in difference. Sound quality. Since Human the Killers. There's subtle differences in the background instruments where you can... They come through slightly better. But it's just not a massive leap that I was expecting between the XM4s and the PX8s. And there's such a massive price difference that I was expecting that difference. And for fairness, I will run the update on these headphones now to see if there is any major impact or difference. So I've upgraded the PX8 headphones now to a rocking 3.1.0. And I'm also trying out wired directly to my Samsung Galaxy Tab Ultra. I will say off the bat that there's significant volume loss when you're going wired compared to Bluetooth. Now there is a DAC inside the PX8, so I wasn't expecting a loss of volume either. But there is a dramatic loss of volume. You have to really pump it up to maximum on the tablet side of things to maintain the same volume I was getting about midway on Bluetooth. Bit of Queen, I Want to Break Free. It's like a, I don't know, there's in some parts of the soundstage, it's like a muddying of the song. It's not like we're in an open space or anything. Drums coming through. So I'm going to try it unwired. Bring the volume back down to about halfway. Yeah, this halfway volume on Bluetooth is approximately full when wired. So I don't know why the volume's massively dropped when wired. I don't know why. In fact, Queen, I Want to Break Free sounds a little bit better Bluetooth. Calvin Harris, Feel So Close. Again, FLAC. So I'm going to quickly switch back to my XM4s again. It's shocking. The XM4s just stand out as better. It's not what I expected at all. Am I missing something here? I am genuinely shocked. The hype around the PX8. Now, the XM4s came out in 2020. I had them in November of that year. They came out in August of that year. The PX8 came out 2 years later in 2022. And every forum, every YouTube video I've watched hypes up the PX8s massively. Bigger sound stage, this, that, the other. Now, I mean, if you're looking for nitty-gritty specs, this is not the channel. There are many videos out there showing you the specs. This is amateurs, by amateurs, for amateurs. That's what KL Tech Videos is. It's that blind test. It's that oversimplification of review. And this is my first true response. I haven't listened to these side by side before the video. Everything you're seeing is a natural reaction. That's very underwhelming. You know, I'm not going to lie. There were one or two maybe instruments that came to a bit clearer on the PX8. I'm not slamming them here. They sound just as good. But that's where the problem lies. They sound just as good as the XM4s. And that's not what I want to pay up to £600 for. Now, I got these on Amazon in a sale at $4.99. But I just can't see myself keeping them. They're just not what I would consider to be the advertised quality there for me. So that's with the update. I've tried wired, wireless, both with EQs off. Played around a bit with the EQs afterwards. I'm using lossless audio, FLAC extensions. So unfortunately, I personally cannot recommend the PX8s, especially at that price point. If you were coming from something maybe older than the XM4s, maybe. And this is also to put a disclaimer out there. I bought these myself. I haven't received anything for free from either Sony or Bowers Wilkins. But yeah. So while these look absolutely stunning and the build quality is extremely well put together, I just can't recommend the PX8s over the Sony XM4s, and I am as shocked as you are probably listening. Again, this is not the channel for the nitty-gritty specifications on these type of things, despite in a few websites, which I'll list below, finding that the XM4s on paper, in some instances, outperform the PX8s anyway. They just don't match up with the sound quality of the XM4s at this point. And yeah, I know that's a contentious topic, but that's my take on it. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.